All right, sign of the times. Two stories involving the military, both very distressing. And I believe more steps down the road of extremism, and it's all homegrown. An active duty sergeant on base in Georgia, Fort Stewart, turns on his own, shoots 5 fellow servicemen. They survive. Amazing. Then the other story, 22-year-old soldier, top secret security clearance, and he tries to feed national defense information to the Russians? I want to bring in retired FBI Supervisory Special Agent James Gagliano, and he did his military training at Fort Stewart, by the way, and former CIA and FBI Special Agent Tracy Walder. Tracy, first, a little bit of a bank shot here. What is the chance that a kid, 22 years old, has the kind of clearance to have the kind of information that the Russians would want?
Well, thank you for having me, Chris. Look, I was 21 and had that same clearance, if not more, to be completely honest with you, at the CIA. So it really would have depended, to be honest with you, what he was doing, what he needed access for. But it's that SCI component that, I have to be honest, really disturbs me. A top secret clearance, I don't want to say it's easy to get, but those are far more prolific than that SCI. And so what that tells me, it's about the level of information that he had need to know access to. So this is an individual that was able to obtain that had gone through a much more stringent clearance process than someone with a TS clearance.
And yet, he still wound up going bad on us. Would you be shocked to learn that, you know, all of this stuff on social media and all the talk about how Russia's not the bad guy, Ukraine is, and we are, and, you know, may have, if we find out that that had something to do with his mindset, would it shock you?
Sadly, it wouldn't. And, you know, obviously, you know, I think that Russia has sort of always been the bad guy in this situation. And their number one goal is to really debase our faith, quite frankly, in our country and our national security apparatus. So I would not be surprised at all if this is rhetoric that he was listening to and then believed in, quite frankly, and felt that he was doing the right thing in undermining Ukraine.
You know, Jimmy, when we last time we covered, I don't know if you were with me on scene, but when the Muslim doctor guy went bad on his own on base, you know, that was what the fear was, that somebody with sympathies disloyal to America who are within the military would use the access and opportunity to hurt our own. But now it just seems like Americans going bad on other Americans, what we see in this one. We don't know about any agenda or foreign affection from this guy yet.
Yeah, Chris, there's no motivation has been released. Obviously, the investigation is early on. Keep in mind, you're going to have local police involved in this. You're going to have Army CID, which is a criminal investigative division that are going to handle this as well, and the FBI, because military bases and posts are U.S. government property. This is an interesting one. The shooting today that happened out there, Chris, at Fort Stewart, which is down in Georgia, down in Savannah. The 3rd Infantry Division is down there. And apparently the soldier, 28 years old, was a sergeant, which is about the right age for that rank. The soldier had not had any prior disciplinary problems whatsoever, possibly a DUI. And one of the interesting things, too, is he used a personal handgun for this. So soldiers with the 3rd Infantry Division, I think he was with the 2nd Combat Brigade team, they've got access to automatic weapons. They've got access to M4s and M16s and weapons like such. But he used a personal handgun, went after 5 soldiers. Blessedly, Chris, all of them are supposed to survive this, and they're all being treated right now for their wounds. But the motivation, to your point, is it extremism? Is it a grievance collector? It's going to be hard to tell. Hopefully we'll know something soon.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.